This is your idea. You asked me
I know.
which
It looks like charcoal.
Why didn't you do a sample piece?
I didn't think about it.
You're painting this. I'm not repainting this. This is...
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are gonna paint the exterior of my house. Now, we're not just only gonna paint it, but we're gonna paint it exactly like the professionals do it. The guys that charge a lot of money, well, rightfully so, it's a lot of work to do. I'm gonna show you everything they do, including the prep work. So without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. Let's go. This is the original 20-year-old paint. It's like this tan, and then the trim is like a whitish, creamish color. So this is the color scheme we're going with. This is Soji white, and this is Tricon black. Tricon? I don't know. My wife told me to get these colors. It's a wild transformation. The trim's gonna be black. The base of the house is gonna be white. Stick around to watch how it turns out. But first, we need to start prepping this house in order to have a quality job. Now, it's currently springtime, which is a perfect time to paint, so it's not too hot around. I have to pressure wash the exterior because we had a bunch of snow that landed last year, and a lot of it kind of dirtied the house. We wanna make sure the paint has the best opportunity to stick to the house. It's a good idea to start trimming back all the bushes or anything you got growing around your house. I have to take down about 12 inches away from the house. If we didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to get the sprayer there, and if I did get a sprayer there, this stuff would definitely rub that paint off. So make sure you trim your hedges. You know what I mean. Let's boogie. Are you seeing how dirty that is? It's filthy, man. And not like the cool filthy like kids say, that's like disgusting. What's nice about this pressure washer bristle is that it spins circularly. So it kind of almost does its own little bit of scrubbing. Up next, I'm gonna use my power telescoping scrubber here. This is just to break down any debris on the gutters. The gutter's gonna be painted black as well as the trim, so I wanna make sure it has any opportunity to stick the best to it. Now, I don't think you need to do this necessarily. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a professional painter doing this part, scrubbing the gutters, but I just paid $73 per gallon of paint for exterior paint. Some of the best stuff you can buy at my local store. And I'm gonna make sure it goes a long way. Next on the list is sanding. We're gonna look for any parts of the house that have chipping. Most of the time you see a lot of it on the door jambs over the garage. In this situation, we're gonna look for fascia, like right here, this chipping away. You could replace it, which would be a huge chunk here. Or if you wanted to just get by a few more years, you could sand it and then seal it with a primer and then paint over again. I'm just gonna sand it, I'm gonna seal it, I'm gonna stain it, not stain it, because we're not doing woodworking, we're painting the house. That's cool. I think I work too much. We're gonna prime it, and then we're gonna paint it, and it'll last us a few more years. I'm excited to see all the haters in the comments. Another section you gotta consider is the siding here. Most of the time, sprinklers hit the bottom of the sidings, and all of this rottens away. This is my steamer, and you could feel all the moisture in this piece of siding. In fact, look at my fingers are wet. So I'll bust this piece off and put a new piece in. And it's nice because the siding goes underneath this piece here, so it kind of stacks all under. So what would suck is if the top piece is damaged, then you have to take it all down. Well, that didn't go as planned. It should have been one piece. Guess I'm buying a new transition piece. Oh, so much better. That's how it should be coming out. Oh, that's why my gate has issues. I just leaned it against it. This just shows to you, just because a builder built your house new, doesn't mean they did a good job. There we go. See how it just slides like a tongue groove? Just like that, I'm not sweating at all. This is just the droplets of water coming down from pressure washing. It's time that we start sealing up all the damage that we've caused. This is an exterior primer. This is Kilt's, very well-known brand. There's a lot of really cool hidden ones that a lot of painters really like. I don't know what they are. There's an exterior one. We're gonna use a paintbrush and start lathering everything on to make sure it blocks everything, preventing any further damage later down the road. I think we got it all. Good job, guys. Very important you get yourself an exterior caulking that's flexible. The most amount of flex, the better, because the reason everything's cracked is because of flex. There's just amount it can give. So once we get our setup, first part we're gonna do is the very classic part. We're gonna find where all the nail holes are. They're not always easy to spot, but once you spot them, you gotta get them covered. Also, these gloves are so perfect to use this. All the painters use them, as opposed to using like nitrile or rubber gloves. If you're having a hard time finding these nails, usually if you look below, those are usually the first ones that expand the most, and then usually they're linear going up. After the nails, we're gonna start caulking all the windows that's cracked. As you can see, again, expansion, contraction will just do that. This will keep the windows from having any kind of drafts, and it will make it flawless when it comes to being painted. Girl, that's flawless. One of my favorite parts about painting your house is it totally is gonna make your neighbors jealous because they're gonna be like, why does their house look so much nicer? It's because we tried, Jerry, because we actually tried to make our house look nice. Make sure you get all the trim pieces here. This is the existing caulk that has been cracking as well, so we'll make sure to get a nice bead there as well. This is also very helpful because in the summer times, when all of the pests are trying to get into your house, they are trying to go into these little nooks and crannies and lay eggs as well. Not in my house. Got it. Next, make sure you get all these soffit little vents. Most of the time, here in this situation, they have screws in, but most of the time when they're installed with staples, so they kind of drop a little bit. By putting caulking around it, you'll secure it in place and have it stay up a lot longer. While I'm up here, next we gotta do all these transitions of the fascia. As you can see, the old caulking cracked. Again, it's gonna happen. It happens. But the most important part really is the underneath part. It almost everywhere cracks. And that is why all of these swell up as water gets behind them and starts absorbing. So this kind of basically creates a dam, if you will. Not cussing, just, it's a dam, okay? Just a little barricade. And lastly, the last important part to caulk are these door jambs. Don't forget about the door jambs. They're the entrance to your home and your heart. Oh, that's deep. You're gonna guarantee the way it looks. Or you're gonna like the way it looks. That's the Men's Warehouse. You're gonna like the way it works. I guarantee you, that's what it is. I guarantee you. Whatever happened to that guy? Whenever you have screw holes, maybe they're there from the net that was here. That's not a net, that's a shade. Screen, it's a screen. If you have a screen or anything that was there, you could use wood filler, or you could just dap it with a little bit of caulking. All right, folks, it's paint day. We're using the Wagner 170, fresh out of the box. It's about $349 right now when this video is filmed. Boom, number 2 pencil, save the day. So folks, this is what you consider a high efficiency airless sprayer. So you don't need a gasoline pump. You don't need the Venturi principle like an HVLP sprayer. Plug it in, motor pumps it, primes it, shoots it. I'm excited. That's nice. I feel like a scene from like John Wick where he's getting all these guns ready to go to war. Basically the same thing. Nice little compartment storage for your tips. Nice. The most important place you could spend your money on is your paint. I bought the fancy stuff. The product is called Duration from Sherwin-Williams. It's an exterior acrylic latex paint. Did I say that right? Why is this so important? Very durable. They're saying it's a 1-coat application if your structure is already painted. Number 2, it's self-priming. This is $73 a gallon. 73. I bought 20 of it, plus another 5 for trim. I'm never gonna financially recover from this. So we're gonna pop it open. The color is Soji white in a satin. I didn't want to do gloss. Gloss is more protection, but I don't want my house to be shiny like diamonds. Even though we're outside, we're gonna get a respirator because we don't want cancer or whatever we can get. Drop our tubes in, hit it to prime. All right, it stopped. That means it's primed. All right, so far it's at a 5 flow regulation. I'm on 3 right now. You can tell if you need to increase the flow when you'll see a particular pattern. Let's do some tests. Go up a notch. I'm not seeing any breaking line points right here, so it's nice, consistent flow. I think this puppy's ready to go. Let's party. Actually, let's do this. Let's turn on some tunes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Quickly checking in, couldn't be happier. Sprayer spraying perfectly, plenty of power. The paint, I mean, we're going from tan to white, and it's a one coat, baby. And I don't care what the haters are gonna say, I'm gonna prove the results. It's gonna look great. I'm actually surprised. I forgot to buy drop cloth for the bottom here, but nothing's dripping down. So that's a good day. Is my hat dirty?
A little bit.
Well, I'm standing like inches away from it, so it's really impressive, man. And in case you're wondering, don't worry, I'm gonna paint the trim. My approach is to just kind of willy-nilly paint over all that stuff, and then tomorrow we're gonna start doing the trim in that beautiful trichrome black, baby. That's the part of the project I don't like. I mentioned this before, ladders and roof. Don't like them. I would say that's the last time I'm ever coming on this roof, but still gotta do the trim. So we just ran out of our first 5-gallon bucket and we are almost done. That was almost enough for the very front of the house. I probably still have just that little third bay to do. This rose bush was a brave one. It'll be remembered in the efforts of painting this house. Rest easy. I forget how much effort it takes to actually paint. I need a beer. All right, it's trim time. It's the next day, everything's dry. Every video and every resource I saw, pros, contractors are using a paint bucket like this, a 1/2-inch nap roller, a little pan like this, a little bucket, and a paintbrush. Well, that's about the best that I can do by hand. I got a lot of splatter everywhere. It's gonna look way better when the plastic comes off, but I'm not happy how this looks. Let's try using an airless sprayer. So this right here is my favorite part about these Flexio 3500. It has a small little container and it has a really controlled nozzle on it. I've used this so many times on door trims at home, cabinet built. It works fantastically. You just have to dilute your paint, which it'll be interesting to see how much I have to dilute with this exterior paint. Exterior paint's kind of thick, so we'll see how it works. I think I'm gonna need to dilute it a little bit more. This is already turning out a lot better, though I could tell it's gonna have to have 2 coats. Now, I understand that a lot of you might say, well, why are you having 2 sprayers to use on this house when pros don't even do that? Well, number 1 is because I have both. So if I have both, I'm gonna use both. Number 2, I was contemplating about cleaning out my 170 Wagner, but we're going from white to black color in terms of how much I can clean out of it. I don't know. I might dilute a lot of it. So it was just nice to put it in a whole different gun and have 2 separate. But man, am I glad I have both of them. What were your thoughts about the stone? I see you already had some thoughts with this.
That's a
I
little
was testing it out.
premeditative.
What were your thoughts? And don't say leave it as it is.
Well, the only reason I thought about leaving like it is because I thought it's like white, black, and brown was like a good combination. No? I would love to hear your guys' comments on this, thoughts.
I'm gonna get attacked again.
Oh, maybe because the majority rules, maybe they're right and you're wrong.
I just think if we're going for the black, white, I cannot talk. Do I sound weird?
Just a second. She went to the dentist, so they numbed her up.
Can't talk, and I'm drooling like crazy.
This is why I want to capture this.
I was just saying, if we go for the white and black theme, the brown just doesn't, unless you do like a different kind of, it just doesn't go with like the aesthetic anymore.
So what I was thinking, okay, fine.
That's
Well,
what I was thinking.
I guess we'll shoot it as well. I will have to shoot primer on it because it's masonry stone, it's porous. And then once primer gets absorbed, I'll shoot it with the
Black will look.
170 as well, just to get a lot of paint in there.
I'm sure people will rip me apart for painting.
Do it, attack her.
Whatever, come at me.
Getting ready to paint the garage, switched over to the bigger canister on the Flexio 3500. Let's see how it goes. What do you think?
Truth or lie?
What are you doing?
I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
This is your idea. You asked me
I know.
Babe, you told me, I asked you, do you want to do white or black? In fact, I wanted natural stone.
Okay, it looks like charcoal.
But that's your choice. Why didn't you do a sample piece?
Because I didn't think about it.
You're painting this. I'm not repainting this. This is
Can I
ridiculous.
finish my blackberries? I thought I was supposed to spray it.
I love you too much.
You do.
Sorry, I'll let you. All right, guys, it's been one long week. Extremely. I
Feels like a month.
completely underestimated what it would take. This is my second time ever painting a house. I'm proud of how things came out, but I thought this is gonna be easy peasy.
Oh yeah, you gave yourself 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days, yeah. My friend Ben came over to help mask off and do some caulking when I was away. So that's 2 days of solid work that would needed to go into it. And then I was like, Monday I'll do the base paint, Tuesday I'll spray the trim.
And done.
And that is not what
Easy
happened.
peasy.
Wait, what's wrong with your voice?
Allergies. I'm gonna blame it on that. Or
She's been smoking cigarettes all night.
so the one thing I wanted to mention is I kept wondering why I didn't love the black with the white when I love on every house. And I've realized it's because our windows are beige. And that's gonna be our next video, how to turn beige windows black.
I don't know how this is. You just throw them away and you sell the house and you build a house
Anyway,
with the
but
colors.
it works and it's fine. I just, we rolled with it. I think when we chose the paint colors, I didn't realize that the beige would, to me, stick out so much. Mr. Builder doesn't care as much. He says it's not a big deal.
They're fine. They're windows. They're keeping bad guys away. What's the color on this door? Because that's one of my favorite colors.
So I'm proud to say that we reused a paint we already had. Gosh.
You're doing great.
On hand. This is Vintage Vogue, the same color we used in the bonus room.
That is
actually.
Vintage Vogue? Why does it look so different?
Because it's outside.
Oh.
So the stone. We'll circle back because I know I'll get some more hate comments.
Well,
on
let's do this.
redoing it.
You apologize
I'm
for
so
making
sorry.
me paint it black and then repainting it, and then I'm gonna apologize for being a jerk. because I should have been more
You're
patient.
so mean. I'm sorry. That was my bad.
And I'm sorry for doing exactly what I was told and then redoing it.
With an attitude.
Hey, thanks so much for sticking around watching yet another one of my videos. It means the world to me. If you're brand new to the channel and you like videos like this or any other kind of home improvement project, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell that will be alerted every time a video comes out. Connect with me on my social media. All the links will be down in the description below, as well as the merch section that all helps support this channel. We also have a Patreon account where you guys can see extended versions of these builds and these projects, stuff that doesn't make it to these 20-minute videos. Tune out this week. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya. Bye. Now, some painters do this, some painters don't. I'm gonna err on the, oh, great, I got it dirty. That's no bueno, my friend. As creating basically a sponge. That's not good, I just primered my footing.